Welcome everyone to Casual Esports Amateur League. This is UnCEALed. Usually your host, Scattercat, would be taking over at this point, but for tonight it's going to be the AMO. And I got a couple of guests with me here to discuss the first week of action here in the league. I got Needs More Cowbell.
Because we need more cowbell. I mean, that's self-explanatory.
And we got Vision Lord here as well. What's up, man?
What's up? Vision wins games.
Vision does win games. Speaking of Vision winning games, I think like the very first match of the season, there was a support player with a Vision score over 100. Who did Helix play? Helix played in week 1 Spaceman Spiff. And does this have Vision score? It does. Vision score Tysa. We're just going straight into week 1. This is on the website, everyone. If you don't know, casualeal.com. You can look at the standings. Look at everyone's stats here. Tysa in the 2 games, average Vision score 82.5.
Impressive.
Yeah, that's insane.
Now I know one of those games did go, I think, like nearly 50 minutes. So pretty pumped there that this to see, like, even in a loss, like, you can definitely step up and support your team coming at you. So even at the highest division, something we can all strive for is to have better Vision scores. So we're getting kind of ahead of ourselves. Sorry about that. We should actually probably just look at the actual standings here. We're going to start with the Ionian division coming up first. Helix, Washed Up One Tricks, and Team Tempest all 2-0, while the Spaceman Spiff, Reformed Cats, and the Dead Allegiance are all 0-2. Does anything stand out for you guys coming out of the Ionian division?
For me, I was able to catch the Washed Up One Tricks game, and all I can say is every time I watch Gelati's team, it's a work of art. Gelati's shot calling and his ability to understand the game is just really solid, and you can tell that he's really passionate and puts the work and the time in, and it reflects in his team's play. There's a bunch of good guys on that team.
You mean Tuba just got the run amok on Mordekaiser, right?
That too. You let Tuba have his champions, it's going to be a bad day for you.
But as one of the highest ranked players in the league, it is pretty hard to ban him out. So
that too. That's true.
We'll see what's up with the Wash Up Run Tricks and their rocking chair coming up later. I was actually going to say that I was impressed with Helix. They did change out a couple of players, but these are the returning champions from Season 1 for Ionia. So they started off on a really good foot with that 2-0 win with Azingi and Grey League getting the MVPs in their 2 games.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That game was a very close match. It was really good. The first round was pretty much Helix's favor. The second match, I feel like Helix took a little while to close out the game. They gave a little running room, but it was a good show for all the fans, so you can't complain too much about that, right?
Yeah, not too bad. The one match, the Team Tempest, I don't believe was on stream. We're going to be bouncing back and forth. Sorry about the brightness of the stream calendar. It doesn't have a night mode that I know of.
RIP, no night mode.
No night
the
mode.
The darkness.
Yeah, so we're going to go black and white back and forth. And once again, there was, I think it was in this mess over here of like 7 games that happened on Sunday. So nothing coming out of that. Definitely it's week 1, so Spaceman Swift, Reformed Cats, the Dead Allegiance. Some of them had a little bit tougher opponents for week 1. Maybe they can step it up, get their acts put together as we look into week 2 here coming up for their schedule. Whoever the Ionian ref is, come on, let's get the schedules on the website so I can actually talk about them on UnCEALed. But we'll go back then to the standings. So we're going to shuffle on down the Shurima shuffle to the Shurima division.
Oh, no.
Yeah! You guys get this all night. I'm casting the game match later. Team Billy up 2-0. Cloud 10 up 2-0. The Dandelion Knights had the bye week for the first one. Fiesta Fathers and Avatars of Runeterra 0-2. I think one of you guys plays in this division.
Actually, both of us do. Yeah. We're on Avatars of Runeterra.
Oh, Avatars of Runeterra. Little rough start here.
Yes.
I know Due to some schedule issues, Iocles, your normal top laner, is not able to play for the first week. So that's kind of rough.
We blame Karen Franz when we needed it most. He didn't hit the Rumble ults, but when we didn't need it most, he landed all of them. So it's just unfortunate, you know.
Who did you guys ended up taking on?
We played Cloud 10. They're a really solid team. They're new to the league, just like we kind of are with our roster and stuff, and I'm looking forward to seeing more of them, both in scrims and in general, just in playing against them if we make it to playoffs, which is the goal. So.
Yeah, it looks like the Potato Ari, not much of a potato in that matchup, 27-20 in 2 games. So pretty impressive from that mid laner.
Do you want to comment on that mid laner? Because you had that matchup. How did you feel?
I was trying to have you tell me how the matchup went.
I mean, I'm new to like mid, so obviously like play a little more passive, and he's more experienced, so he definitely took advantage of me and my lack of experience in roaming. So definitely out-roamed me, got kills, solo killed me, and just used it to snowball the rest of his team. He actually did a very good job. Makes me sad because my first experience mid in the league was just getting stomped, so you know, gotta work on that.
It's okay, you'll do good against your next mid laner. They only play Zillion, so.
Hey!
Yeah, and the only match of this that was casted was Team Billy versus Fiesta Fathers on Saturday. So, once again, if Scattercat, the normal host here, was talking, he probably could give a little bit more detail on how that particular match went up. But once again, everyone, all of the VODs are on the YouTube channel. Follow the links either on the website or at the bottom of the Twitch page or in the Discord or on the Twitter, and it will. Yeah, they're everywhere. That's the goal, right?
I can comment a little bit on that game. I did catch that game. If you want me to hype in.
Yeah, tell us what happened.
I got to make this meme a thing, okay? So don't get mad at me. But I can never remember how to pronounce his name. Joe Calera. Don't kill me, Joe, if that's the wrong way to pronounce your name. But Joe Calera is secretly IMLS, and that's the trump card for Team Billy. Like that's the hands down. That's what made them win. And Frostbite's hard inting. That was a big thing that I think threw it for Fiesta Fathers, and we're kind of looking forward to that in our match coming up this week. So.
Well, Frostbite having a rough day is far and few between, so I wouldn't expect him to totally int anymore. He probably just had a rough one, and I expect to see better things coming out of a previous All-Star from Season 1 from Frostbite. So we're going to...
Hopefully.
Yeah, we're going to Caitlyn Net into the Piltover division. That was terrible. We got this team at 2-0, Ravenous Kumquats at 2-0, Kamikaze Penguins at 2-2, Xian Samurais at 1-1, Flow Gaming at 1-3, and Anarchy Blue at 0-2. Now, a couple of these teams, Kamikaze Penguins and Flow Gaming, had to play their match Monday night due to some schedule conflicts, so they actually kind of got into week 2 a little early, so that's why we have some differential here. But we got a bunch of ties. I just want to point out that Kamikaze Penguins and Xian Samurais, between a couple of tribunal members of Mansford and Ansem, they went 1-1. Both of them argued about it all week in the tribunal chat, and I find it very entertaining that neither one got the upper hand.
Yeah, it's always interesting watching the tribunal member teams because hilarious shenanigans tends to happen. Sometimes to myself, I wonder when I'm watching that if the teammates are doing it on purpose just because their teammate is a tribunal member.
Then we have one of the teams at the top, probably because of whatever reason they're at the top. We have this team, who the Nutcases brought his own group of guys in. He was my top laner last season, coming in with the 2-0. And I'm actually, Monte Carlo Method is actually going to be joining me in the cast tonight for the, I think it's a Noxian Division game. I got to double check the schedule. Oh, I have it right here. What match is on tonight? There's so many things going on. It's Freljord. It's but we'll get to him later. He'll be joining me later tonight, so I'm excited to hear his take, a little bit of how week 1 is going coming up after that. Ravenous Kumquats coming back into the league. These guys have been around for a while in the division. Glad to see that they're kicking off strong with a nice 2-0. And I think the newest gaming, Anarchy Blue. These are all new guys. This is the team with all the people with all that weird accents on their names. I'm sorry, but it's so hard when we put you in the system with all the characters. Started off rough, a little 0-2, but hopefully they'll find their footing here going into week number 2.
Yeah, one thing that I think is not to count them out just yet, because like if you look at their stats, their kill participation as a team, almost every single one of their teammates has 50% or higher kill participation, so that shows that overall they generally work pretty well as a team, and so I'm looking forward to what's going to potentially come out of them in the future.
Yeah, if you guys say anything that you want to jump out and say about any of these teams, just let me know, because we're going slightly fast, but it's okay. What team didn't we talk about? Flow Gaming, the other team that has got both weeks 1 and 2 done. They did get a win, so they went 1-1 in the match. Definitely good to get their first win in there, as I have no idea what that logo is. It's a flow and then a G that's backwards on top of the F. That's a pretty sick logo. Okay, whoever made Flow Gaming's logo, bravo to you. Bravo. I particularly like that. So, it's completely distracted. Someone say something nice about Flow Gaming, other than their logo. I don't think they've been streamed yet, so some of these teams a little hard to give. Oh no, they played this team. So,
yeah, I think they had played this team, and Vision could probably say something about that. I think he caught that game, so.
It was definitely an interesting game. I don't know.
Is this the one where Nutcase went crazy on the Garen in game 2? Yeah. So it's just unlucky. I mean, sometimes it happens when someone gets rolling and the snowball gets collapsed on you. And there's not much to do. But they came back and got a win literally the next night against Kamikaze Penguins, and they went 1-1 in that series. So they're definitely going to be competitive coming up in the Piltover division. So we'll see how the rest of the teams do in their Week 2 matches for them. We're going to... Someone do a pun about... We're going to cross-country ski up to Freljord division. Go down the mountain? I don't know. Hey, it's my division. So
the worst division, right?
Oh, pretty much. It is terrible. We have the Dirty Cheese at 2-0. Hey, it's Scatter's team at the Sentinels is 2-0. Hey, it's Vision. Your team. Wait.
What?
Vision.
What team?
Nah, that was...
He's being punny because the team's name is Vision Score 4, so clearly you're the team leader, you know?
Yeah. You're in the
I mean, I expect a Vision score of 4 every game, otherwise they're trolling. It's kind of been the unofficial rule made between them.
Just like Int is life, right? That's our motto on Avatars of Runeterra. Our motto is Int is life.
Oh, geez.
Surprisingly, none of us are Yasuo mains, though.
I know, right? No, Adocles is, but he's off hibernating in the mountains somewhere. So there's your pun for the Freljord. He's off in the Freljord hibernating.
There we go. They have yet to play their match once again in another division with 5 teams, so they've lucked out. The Golden Salamanders and the Seal Team 6, sadly both 0-2, but that is the matchup here starting in about 15 minutes, is these two teams. And as facing Golden Salamanders, their draft for Game 1 had my team so freaking confused. It was freaking awesome. And their drafting into Game 2 was really, I want to say pretty, had us off our rocker as well. So their drafting strategies are pretty well. Sadly, we were able to work our way through whatever however they threw us off on their quirky picks. And different play style that we weren't used to, and we were able to power through it. But definitely in game one, they had us on the ropes for about the first 25 minutes of it. So, once again, check the VOD on the YouTube. Did you guys see it? Did you? I don't know.
I did not.
Okay.
On my end, I don't think I caught anything from the Freljord on that one, so sorry that I can't add more. But I'm sure that'll be an exciting division because it's kind of like right in the middle of the 6 divisions. So it should be interesting. You can see players that are developing and doing well. So I'm looking forward to some more of the games getting streamed in there.
Yeah, so Sentinels actually broke in half between Seasons 1 and Seasons 2. And the other part of Sentinels is actually SEALs Team 6.
Oh, wow.
So
there's some rivalry going on there.
Yeah. So the fact that the two or did they Vision score 4? I can't remember what they're Scatter's buddies. So Scatter knows one of the other teams is literally like part of the old Sentinels team from Season 1. So it's pretty interesting that like this division is like pretty action packed and that aspect of rivalry is internal based. So I'm excited to see more of this division, and especially because we're having it tonight. We're going to the depths of Noxus here because it's below Piltover. Actually, it's not. That's Zon.
That's Zon, my friend.
I know. I failed.
Just be glad Snakes he'd rip you a new one about how you don't know the lore and where cities are located.
Oh, I know where they're located. I just can't believe that I messed it up because I should know better. Should talk about how Noxus and their conquering and their pits and set has finally come out of that for play in Seal, right? That's technically, I guess that's more of an Ionian champion. Whatever. Okay, we're gonna talk about the Noxus division here. We got Team Renegatus, Broken R Button, Stars United Esports Club, all at 2-0. Bronze 5H, the Misclicks, and Blood Oath Kings, all at 0-2. Team Renegatus, Stars United Esports Club, and Bronze 5H are all mostly the same teams from Season 1 teams. So and they know they have some competition in between them already from playing against each other. I'm pretty excited and this is another division with a whole bunch of rivalries, with a couple new teams with the Broken R Button and the Misclicks and the Blood Oath Kings. Anything on Noxus?
Yeah, actually, I got the pleasure, both for Noxus and when we get to Demacia, I can talk a little bit. I got the pleasure of e-subbing and saving the day for Stars United Esports Club. And I just have to say their team communication is really solid. They're good players. They just need to stick to their game. Sometimes players want to overthink things. And any team that goes against it, if you don't ban Aurelion Sol against their mid laner, you're a fool and you're going to lose.
That is not true. I beat him in Flex Q.
Flex doesn't mean anything. We all know that flex doesn't mean anything. So.
No, yeah.
Like you're a bust, my friend.
Yeah. But yes, very much so. It was a fun match playing with them. I believe, if I remember correctly, we played against the Misclicks, and they were a good team. But in team fights, they had a couple Misclicks, and they lived up to their name, which was kind of unfortunate for them. But it was a really good, close second game. The first game, I think we won, for the most part, pretty defined.
It was a pretty one-sided match.
Yeah. But the big thing that I can say is that Stars United definitely has good team communication, and I enjoy the different types of picks that they come out. It's a lot different than what you normally see. Because a lot of teams find themselves to meta slaves, and I like that there's not meta slavery on that team. You can kind of play what you want. So it was a very comfortable and engaging vibe.
Yeah, and Bronze 5H, I think, literally changed like 3 players' roles from last season. I don't know if they're doing it to keep it interesting or to entertain themselves, but that means they went 0-2 in the first round.
Yeah, so, that's quite unfortunate.
From coming from the championship, they're starting off the season behind the 8 ball here, and I think the other team was Team Renegatus stepping up. So once again, another solid team with some solid performances in their 2-0 start. Sorry, there were so many. Yes, it was the Bronze 5H first Team Renegatus that was on stream. So it was kind of odd as watching this match, kind of in particular. There's tons of fighting. Like, go back to Bronze 5H's status here, and I'll see all their deaths to make them feel bad. But they fight all of the time. I mean, each person, like, Cephas28 had the least amount of deaths in 2 games with 14, so he averaged 7 deaths a game.
Holy Lord, those stats, my man.
I mean, there's a reason they're Bronze 5 for...
But they fight all of the time, so they're always super entertaining games, and most of the time, most people can't usually keep up with their consistent fighting and
team fighting.
Yeah, team fighting and engaging, and
they can't match the excitement that is Bronze 5H.
They push the tempo, that's for sure, right? Like if this
exactly,
is sports,
they keep it exciting. You know, their goal is to make it entertaining, I think.
Yeah. So and Team Renegados was able to match them, fist for fist, and fight for fight, and take the 2-0 victory. So if we ever get either one of those teams on stream again, it'll be definitely a good match coming up. I think, who haven't we talked about? Blood Oath Kings. I don't think they were a match that was on stream, but 2-0 coming out for them, and it looks like their top laner, Tales of Executus, with 23 kills and 12 assists, over 3 KDA, got the MVP there for their team in their 0-2 match. So probably looking out for him to maybe step up and carry a little bit more, or maybe spread out the goal a little bit more to the other champions. Once again, didn't catch them on stream yet this season. We will be trying to catch everyone on stream.
All I can say is they have a dope logo.
Yeah, the magic behind it gets absorbed by the Demacian Guardian on how Shadow runs the whole stream. So please, the joke is in there somewhere. You guys can follow up with it. Demacia Division, I know the aggressive Enchanters have played 2 matches. They went 0-2 in one match and 2-0 in the other. Once again, because of Week 1 and Week 2 scheduling, trying to make sure everyone gets their matches in timely fashion. They played their actual second match last night against Gags Gaming, and I think having that first week where they went 0-2 in time to practice and come together put them at an advantage coming into the Week 2 match versus Gags Gaming, who hadn't had the Week 1 experience of playing UnCEALed, and they definitely used that to their advantage. Yep.
Vision died on us.
Vision died on you?
Vision got lost in the sauce.
Vision got lost in the dark zone that we don't talk about.
I got lost in the stats. Just overwhelmed me.
Okay. Any stat in particular?
I mean, I'm looking at Mundalicious ADC with a KDA of 14. I mean, that's impressive. 15, 3, and 27.
He had Cowbell on his side, so what more do you expect?
I don't know, dude.
Oh, did you sub for Moondalicious, dude?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
No. Let's talk about this community and how they hate the cow, because the community needs more cowbell. This is a serious thing, and people always want to ban my cow. The first ban in that matchup, I didn't even believe they'd have time to look me up. First thing they do is ban Cowbell, and then they ban Leona. And then in the second game, for some reason, they didn't ban my Leona, and I showed them that you have to respect the sun, because the sun is where all the power comes from in League. So
TRS really stepped up in that match, moved over to the mid lane, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he actually did really well, because to my knowledge, he usually, from what he told me, he plays support for the team. Mm-hmm. So he kind of took one for the team to bring me in as a sub. He's a really good communicator and stuff. They definitely should rely on him for shot calling more often. He actually could be a really good communicator. So.
Yeah. And another team with a Cloud9 based information, Clout 7, even with going with a C7 logo, another good logo. Jeez. So whoever makes the logos for these teams, bravo to you. They're all very unique and different. Let's not talk about my logo. It's literally just a piece of stinky cheese. Another 2-0 from them, and I don't think they were streamed. right?
No, unfortunately,
No.
we didn't get to see that
Yeah,
one.
once again, I think they're part of this giant mass that was last Sunday afternoon of like 7 games. So hopefully, we'll be looking forward to seeing them here in the future. Anything else you guys want to point out about the Demacia division?
I definitely to hop on that bandwagon of Clout 7. I think it'll be cool to see them because you can just look at the stats and see how great their jungle mid and AD carry work together. And the support coming in the middle of the game, definitely, I imagine, by those assist numbers, 29 assists. Pretty epic. So I'm looking forward to see how their team fighting is and how they skirmish. I think that'll be a good streamed game. I think a lot of these lower divisions, it's going to be good when they get on stream.
So we do have 34 teams, 33 teams, 34, 33 teams, I can't remember off the top of my head, teams in casual esports amateur league here for season 2, as we just sort of quickly touched on all of the divisions and kind of how they all wrapped up for week 1. We were able to get in 8 games over week 1 and 16 teams cast. So we are in one week, we're able to get you nearly half the teams of all the different divisions in the league casted. So I just want to first commend Shadow for running the the stream team and getting that all set up with the hosting. All of the new casters who have been able to jump in and help out with that, and getting this going, and we'll definitely be having a whole lot more. I know that me and Monte Carlo are doing tonight's match. Tomorrow we already have Death Adder, is Joe Killer, and Shadow's going to be hosting, doing the Moon Delicious versus Clout 7, the team that was just talked about. On Friday, there's a match possible between Blood Oath Kings and Stars Club United Esports, or Stars Club Esports, Stars, oh my gosh, I can't even say their name properly. Stars United Esports Club. I said Stars Club, oh, okay, well, yeah. And I'm going to talk for another 2 hours tonight, guys, don't worry about it. Avatars of Runeterra, isn't that you guys?
Yes.
On Saturday?
Yes, we're going to come back with a vengeance, don't worry.
Fiesta Fathers, they've already said some mean things about Frostbite, so we'll see if they can...
I mean, to be fair, I'm doing a lot with Frost, so I get the right to say some stuff about him. I'm sure he'd do the same crap about me on stream.
Yeah, probably. And then there's some other matches coming up as well on Sunday, and a bunch of them at the same time, so we'll see exactly how this gets done. But the goal, once again, is to get every team on stream at least once during the season. Obviously, we're going to have teams will be on multiple teams, and that is before the playoffs. So specifically going over a few things here, we are going to, real quick, the patch notes have come out. We only got a few minutes left here. What is your one patch note thing you wanted to discuss for this evening?
I'll chime in first. All I can say is Karma's going to be OP in the bot lane, and you better ban it against me, Fiesta Fathers.
Okay, that was very direct. Why is Karma going to be strong?
The buffs overall to her Q, just in early levels, is just really, really strong. They upgraded it like they generally do with like the full 5, 10, 15, 20. For the most part,
it's straight up plus 10 on each level.
Is it plus 10 on each one? I thought
plus 10 on each level.
Oh yeah, I'm mixing that up for one of the other champions. My apologies on that.
Dude,
but yeah,
it's almost like you don't play Karma.
Be quiet, Vision. You say you play Lulu and you don't even play Lulu. Anyway, getting back to what I'm saying, it's the flat 10 buff.
Lulu is clean.
But
don't you dare disrespect my Lulu.
Vision, stop. But getting to the point, I think the buff that we're seeing finally back on Karma's W is just really nice, especially in the early levels. You get a little bit more damage on that, and so you can get chained into a nice mantra slow and get your W off. And you're going to do a lot of damage while hopefully getting the CC, assuming they don't flash or get away, knock you up, cancel it, all that fun stuff, right? And so I'm just looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the quality of life buff to Karma. I think it's going to be really strong. What about you, Vision? You should chime in on Lulu.
I mean, Freak must have had his hand in this patch note with the rounding off of her base stats with her armor going to 29 and her base attack damage going to 47. But the big buff for Lulu is definitely to her E. The cooldown got reduced from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. Low known fact, if a lot of people underestimate Lulu's damage on her E. So a simple like EQ combo usually chunks like a quarter or a third of an ADC's health. It's something that most people underestimate. So it definitely makes laning a lot easier. And then in those late game team fights, when things get pretty hectic, the 2-second cooldown is definitely going to help a lot with peeling and keeping your ADC alive.
Agreed.
Yeah. Rounding
Learn
off
Lulu.
Lulu's
She
base
feels like
stats, I don't think particularly matters. The help picks, lowering the cooldown to 8 seconds, helps, especially because you only put 1 point in it.
Nah, dude, max that. You should max your E. I'm telling you, like, max E first, you will not regret it. The amount of pressure you get in lane is so worth it. And then in those, like, early to mid-game team fighting, since her last buff, which was an additional 10 shield to, like, all ranks, like, that shield is massive and is definitely worth it. Sorry.
No, that's fine. As long as we don't see Kiana no longer going to be in the jungle. The attack speed pretty much, I think, is going to reduce that, but not gonna. It's actually going to probably be worse for late game, mid lane. Boring. Trundle, hey, he runs faster and slows people more. Ziggs, I think, deals a lot of damage. If anyone plays Ziggs, I think this is awesome, but no one ever plays Ziggs. Crit Cloak, hooray. Less crit. More crit.
Them Sona buffs, though.
Them Sona buffs.
25% movement
Hey,
speed
25
versus 10.
against, yeah, good job, Sona. I think this patch is super light considering the LCS is starting and the LEC is starting. So,
That's probably why it's super
reminder,
light.
because we've discussed the LCS and LEC, that due to stuff,
The bugs.
they are banned for until they're no longer banned. So we will let you all know. We've probably kind of gone over on time as the match is supposed to start here for week 2 in between SEAL Team 6 and Gold Salamanders. So I'm going to end it here. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you two gentlemen for joining me this evening. And then yeah, that'll be it. Hopefully Scatter will be next week to run this bad guy. So,
But thanks for having us.
but don't
Appreciate
go
it.
anywhere.
Appreciate it.